Can you define Cloud EMV for us? And to qualify that, how does it differ from what we would have thought of as traditional semi-integrated architecture?
Around 2011, 2012 timeframe, EMV started hitting the US. And literally what it is the addition of a cryptographic signature to a payment transaction. And that cryptographic signature comes from the chip that everybody sees on their card. In that traditional flow, a point of sale register will kind of communicate, chat with a credit card terminal to get both the account number and that cryptographic signature. They'll pass that in the form of an authorization up to a payment gateway, and then payment gateway passes that over to the bank, who then validates that cryptographic signature. So while it does add an extra layer of security on there, it doesn't necessarily protect the account number that's flowing in and out of that. Semi-integrated, if you think about this, was an attempt to keep that data from flowing through the point of sale register. So even though the register still has to talk to the terminal itself to say, hey, I've got a $50 transaction that we need to process here, the terminal has some intelligence within it to know how to talk to the payment gateway. So it changes the flow a little bit to where the terminal adds that account number and that cryptographic signature to the authorization message. Then it passes it to the payment gateway, and that information never goes through the point of sale register. What Cloud EMV does is it completely reverses that entire cycle. So the point of sale is no longer physically attached to a terminal. The point of sale sends a message up to the cloud that says, hey, I've got a $50 transaction, and there's a terminal with this identifier located in my general vicinity. The cloud will then reach out to that terminal and say, hey, give me that information, that account number, that cryptogram, and let me build that authorization message for you, pass it off to the card issuer. So it's a completely different flow per se than what you would have seen with traditional EMV or with a semi-integrated solution. And it, in goal, it literally breaks any kind of connection to the cardholder data, the account number, with that point of sale register. So they don't ever see that information passing through their ecosystem.